Also, I would like to welcome management, our beloved principal, Dr. S.B. Kerur, heads of the departments, training and placement cell officer, Professor Manjunath S.G., coordinators, teaching, non-teaching staffs, students and participants. Welcome you all. Now, let me introduce our today's speaker. Sir has completed Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from Basaveshwara Engineering College, Bagalkot in the year 2005. Sir has been awarded with Spot Award for extra mile efforts in engine testing for exhaust manifold at Cummins, India. Spot Award for addition efforts in completing customer order ahead of time at Cummins, India. Employee of the quarter in Schaeffler during 2016 for successfully developing new business. Employee of the quarter in Schaeffler during 2018 for successful delivery of PPAP parts for BS6 engine. Sir has attended many events and conferences like Vehicle Expo in 2008 held at Bangalore, Auto Expo India in 2010 held at New Delhi, and also presented paper as a speaker in Automotive NVH Congress in 2016 held at Pune. Sir visited Germany, Slovakia, France, and China multiple times during trainings. Sir has worked as a product application engineer in Bosch India Limited from August 2006 to October 2009. He has worked as a technical license engineer in Latins, India from October 2009 to August 2011. He has also worked as product engineering manager in Cummins India Limited from August 2011 to May 2014. Currently, Sir is working as manager application engineering in Schaeffler R&D from May 2014 till date. It's our great pleasure to have you with us, sir. I request our today's speaker, Mr. Jayatirth Nadagouda, to please start the session. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Manju, sir. It's a great pleasure and honor to be, talking to the students and students fraternity. Once I used, and I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Yes, sir, you're audible.
Manjunath?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, you're audible. Please carry on the session, sir.
So today I'll be talking to you about the career path or current opportunities in the mechanical, especially for mechanical engineers, industrial production or industrial
You're
engineering,
audible,
and
sir.
also for automobile engineers. Today we have a lot of ambiguity, lot of opportunity in front of you. You finish your engineering degree. What to do after that? What to next? Many people have this kind of question or doubt. So you have various things or various opportunities that are available in the market, which one choose, where, when, how to make a strategy. All these things are there, right? So I just thought of my experiences and how it will be helpful for the current engineers to choose a path which is helpful for them, making a successful career and achieving or their life goals and meeting objectives. So this is what I'm to talk to. So anytime I have some basic ground rules. Manju, you can go to the next slide, please. Manjunath? Some basic ground rules that I have set, so feel free. Okay. In case if you're not talking, I request you to please pin mute so that everyone can hear clearly. And this session more interactive. You can ask question and we can exchange our ideas, knowledge as well. And whenever you feel you have some questions, doubts, feel free, stop me anywhere, and you can raise your questions. And I am comfortable in English as well as Kannada, so don't hesitate to ask me in question in these two languages you are comfortable with. So moving further to the next slide, before I start with the presentation on the in-depth career options for the today engineers. So just I would like to give a brief about this thing. Can you go to the next slide, Manjunath? Yeah. So today's agenda, I will be covering these topics. So introduction has already been done. So we'll briefly share my details. So if somebody wants to get in touch with, you can. And my inspiration, then I will start with the real career options, career path, today's emerging trends and technologies that can adopt, and some tips on resume building and job application tips, how you make resume and how you apply, what all do's and don'ts. So we'll be talking about it. So that's what I'm going to cover today. Next, please. Yeah, as already explained by ma'am, I'm also a mechanical engineering graduate, passed in BC in 2005. So here briefly, I just in my details like my phone number, and you can connect me through LinkedIn if you wish to. So any bit of time you some mentorship, some help, or guidance or assistance, you can reach me out. Okay, and that's the reason why I put a specific slide about the introduction. Your madam had given a detailed introduction about me. I'm very much full. So this is a little about my contact details. And yeah, those who have created their LinkedIn profiles, you may get in touch through LinkedIn as well. And currently based out in Pune, I work in a company called Schaeffler, India, in R&D. So yeah, next please. Everyone now, we should now start with some inspiration, some gurus. So I have these three people as kind of inspiration to me, as a guru to me, so that their lifestyle, their struggle, how they fought, and how they came to save their people, help their people. These are the three gentlemen. First one is Alur Venkatrayaru, and he was one who is called Kannada Purohita, and same Basavanna everyone must know, and also Sangonayana. So these people are like inspiration to us. Same way, each of will be having different inspiration gurus through which at least you cannot not teach their levels, but adopt the views they have in life. So same pattern, I have also some gurus. So that is why putting this specific slide about the gurus. So without going further, I will go to career options. Current engineers, what all the career options you have. Specifically, I have put it here, the industry wise and options you have. So most of this, one important is these are specific some industry wise I have listed here, apart from others also. So today's mechanical engineers, today's industrial engineers, in production engineers, automobile engineers, everyone has this kind of industry. Which industries I have to join? Which industries prospering? So there is nothing like something is better, something bad. So all good, all their own benefit. All have their own way of style of working and all this. So I encourage people not just think of only this sector is good, that sector is good, this industry is right, or this is wrong. It is not like. So you can prosper, you can excel in any of these. So first start with entrepreneur. I specifically mentioned entrepreneurship. So today's most the people will directly think of going for a job directly after our graduation or master's degree, something like that. So you can also think of entrepreneurship as one of the options for you. Entrepreneurship is start your own organization. There are a lot of stuff coming these days. So even government of Karnataka, government of India, they have specific roles created startup, and they are encouraging startup industries. So you can think of, if you have that flexibility, if you have that thing in mind, maybe 2 or 3 friends or like-minded people, you can get in touch, and you can gather the things together, and then you can think of starting entrepreneurship. So today's entrepreneurship, maybe whether it is a Flipkart, or maybe even the Skype. Once they were started uh, 2 or 3 people in a small building. For that matter, companies like Infosys, it was also like a dream of couple of people, 4 or 5 people, who started in small rented place, and then they have gone like $1 million companies. So you can think of that as an option, because most of us still forget this directly. We think of industries. So you can also start your own organization, your own industry. Okay. Next, and I have mentioned education. Education is like taking up a job, like you can prosper, like you also join a college professor. You can teaching is a wonderful job. Most of us think that is not something like not earning, because the teaching is the best thing that you can serve the people. You can serve the student and your community. So don't think, because a couple of my friends have excelled in this. They have taken up higher degrees also. They took masters and they did PhDs, and then they are now successfully launched their career in as great lecturers. So you can also think of this option. So forget that. I mean, it's not just like something the high value. This is just not think from monetary viewpoint, the fancy things. So you can think, if you are good teaching something. I have friends who were used to explain things to others very well. Some concept, some hall effect stuff. It is in physics you learn this hall effect, right? The between magnetic field, if there is a because of MV, there is a electricity is created. So this type of things, somebody, my friend, used to explain in a very better. So those people can excel in those. So there is nothing wrong in it. And for it is PSUs and other government options. Like PSU, you can take up jobs, DRDO, ISRO, HAL, NAL. So these are government organizations, the PSUs, public sector, like BML, BHEL. So there are several such government bodies, organizations. They are very well-paid jobs. They are also very good opportunities to grow in your career. So they also offer very good benefits, monetary benefits, perks. One more option, most of people were not there during our days, or not, maybe lack of awareness, is Indian engineering service. So I specifically mentioned Indian engineering service is something similar to IAS or IPS, like that. So here will be specifically Indian engineering service. So if you pass this exam, if you posted in several jobs, central government jobs, like national thermal power grids, NTP, or some industries which are under government control, like water board or the power plant across India. So there is a number of opportunities in government sector as well as PSUs. So don't ignore those. So this is also one of the biggest industries. There is a manufacturing is there. There is a aerospace. There is a space research. ISRO is people in ISRO. They're doing wonderful job. They are making advanced technologies. You can be a scientist there. Okay. And next is automotive. Automotive sector is today's automotive sector is more appealing, and it has grown like any in the past several past 2 decades. What I have seen, because I am part of this industry. I'm working in automotive industry, and I really end of various MNC from other countries like German organizations, Japanese, French, US. So a lot of these companies have entered in India, and a lot of opportunities have been created, and people can take up many roles, which I'll be explaining what all the different roles as a function. There are different roles you can take up there. So automotive is one is very rapidly growing, and I'm sure there is a lot of opportunities are there in automotive space. And then next is aerospace industry. Aerospace is also one of the leading or advanced in today's era, today's generation. In aerospace, you have a lot of opportunities. Many aerospace organizations, like mentioned, the PSUs like HAL, National Aeronautics Limited, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Not only that, they have partnered with some global organizations or private organizations like Bing. Okay, so there is a lot of scope here for aerospace engineers. Even if you're not still the aerospace engineering, there is also some colleges offer a different aerospace stream, but there are a lot of concepts, mechanical engine concepts, and automobile engine concepts. They are common across, and still a mechanical engineer or a production engineer or a automobile engineer can take up aerospace career. In aerospace, a lot of people are talking today about the flying cars. Okay, there are many companies who already invested in flying cars, like Japanese companies, some European, and then American companies. So sooner or later, it is going to come to India as well. So that is the advance over there. So you can think of getting into aerospace as well. And one of the good things is that our own local developed this company called ACUS, which is located in Nami, SEZ. So they are also making lot of aerospace parts, aerospace components. They have tie up with many aerospace companies. So the parts are made in Belgavi, are being imported or exported to various countries, European countries, American countries, Japanese countries. So there are a lot of opportunities there. I will be talking about them in the next of slides. Then the next one more industry is oil and gas. Can you go back, please? Yeah, oil and gas is also one of the fast-growing industries. So here you have different roles also, and you have petroleum industries. There are piping design. So a lot of career opportunities also there in oil and gas. So well paid, good, decent job there. So you can the opportunities as well. Steel and iron, I specifically mentioned because steel and iron is a kind of raw material mostly used in most of the manufacturing industries. And iron are very much in demand. So you can take up jobs in such steel manufacturer, raw material manufacturer organizations, where there is a lot of growth opportunities, a lot of career points available for you. Steel and some companies, a few names I would like to quote is one is Jindal, which also in Karnataka. Then other one is Lakshmi Mittal company. So there are several others. I'm just naming a few. So steel and iron is if you get into that is also very advanced. There are a lot of new technologies coming. The metallurgical things that you get into, lightweight materials people are looking at, and reducing the weight of the complete system. So that will happen in getting the fuel economies and all that. So I think that. Then next, one more industry, engineering and consulting. So basically, engineering and consulting is also existing in IT. Engineering consulting basically, we offering some engineering services here. So because of these organizations are mainly built up with experts in specific engineering field, and they take jobs from other organizations, other companies, where they do not have the expertise in engineering or in consulting. These engineering consulting firms, they take a job from companies and they provide them solutions, provide them their subject expert level knowledge, and then help them to overcome their concerns, issues, and develop their product project, like that. So engineering and consulting in mechanical stream are like rapidly. I can tell you names. One is AVL, other one is FEV, Rico. These organizations are also doing lot of new things. OEMs, or especially in automotive field, in car manufacturers are depending on these engineering consulting firms to help them with advanced technologies, help them to solve advanced engineering topics. Then energy power is today's, if you look at today's industries or today's environment across India or worldwide. So usage of natural available energy like solar energy or wind energy or such power sources, it is growing very widely because of uh, fossil fuel depletion happening very rapidly, randomly. So people are looking at best opportunities here in energy and power sector. So this is also very interesting and very highly adapted technologies like solar energy, wind energy. So there are quite a options we have developed. One is like Suzuki is very much well established in India. So they have wind energy, maybe uh, similar way. There is also GE, General Electric is an organization which is also into the power sector. They uh, have to build sustainable energy like solar plants and wind energy. Basically the wind mills across India. So that one. And lastly, even the mechanical and production or the automobile engine can take up a job of IT engineers also. So many IT companies are hiring them. They will train them, and then you also have their opportunity. Some IT companies are also doing this consulting job, engineering and consulting job. So they're also they require engineering services from mechanical engineering services like design, like development. So they are like, you won't believe, like many of the IT companies or Infosys, Cognizant have been developing highly advanced, or even Tata Elxsi developing highly advanced uh, driverless cars, or the ADAS, that is advanced driver assist systems. They are making use of mechanical engineers, because there is a combination of mechanical, electronics, and computer technology. So all this, so that is the reason why even the knowledge of mechanical engineers are very much necessary. The automotive engineers is very much necessary. So those organizations are hiring those people, and uh, um, these three streams of engineers are very much essential. And in others, you can look at various other opportunities as well. That not only I have tried to put in the best currently available. So there are quite a few other industries as well. We can think of, or we can, there are new industries coming up, especially like mining. You can, mining is one, and various other sectors are there we can look into. So can you go to next slide, please? And I request people, the students, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, don't hesitate. Now what I have done is, in the next slides, I have tried to identify various functions in organizations, so in industries. So these are the various functions. They are in automotive, they are in aerospace, they are in oil and gas, they are in other manufacturing industries. So these, most of them are common. Okay, they, most of the time, most of them are common. So maybe some changes will be there, of course, yes, as per the industry. But because based on the functions, I try to make these roles, these function wise roles are available, where you can try to think of and excel in your career, and you can take up those jobs. Okay, so first I'm starting with the research and development function. And friends, just would like to tell you, none of these functions are like, okay, this is great, that is great, or only the people in R&D are doing great job, or people doing in quality are doing a very high stuff, people in purchase functions are doing very great money. Nothing like that. All these function wise roles which I mentioned carry their own uniqueness. They are also equally important for any organization. They are equally needed for anyone to progress. Okay, and there is nothing called like this is great or that is great. I can show you people who were doing good in something, and they did better in others also. Okay, a production guy, a production engineer who is doing good, he also switched his career to R&D. He did wonderful job. Or a person in purchase function or sourcing function, he moved to quality, he is doing wonderful job. Okay, don't just think by the fancy words, names, and things like that. So all of these functions, what I'm going to explain now, they carry their own specific uniqueness, and they also require in most of these organizations. Okay, so feel free, and I'm going to tell you, I'll start with research and development function, so which is my area where I'm currently into. In research and development function, in various organizations, including manufacturing, especially automotive manufacturing, appliances manufacturing, aerospace manufacturing. So these industries, these are the some roles I listed here. Okay, these are very limited. Maybe there are a couple of more are available, but these are just roles that you can think of. And if you put your efforts towards that, or if you put in little bit extra uh, understanding, or if you try to study a little bit more in these directions, so you can make a good career out of it. You can succeed in your interviews, you can succeed in getting a good well roles. Okay. So in R&D function, so there is designers. So designers is you can be a complete system design engineer. You can be a component design. A component is specific part of, for example, in automotive, you take an example of a car. Okay. So if you are a car designer, there is a complete car. It is, there are lot of subsystems. Engine is one. Again, in engine there are subsystems. Okay. Then vehicle is also one part of it. Then in a vehicle there are many subsystems, uh, like vehicle body, vehicle cabin, vehicle, then there is a powertrain, transmission, wheel. So there are a lot of streams coming there. So you can definitely think of those options, think of those opportunities, and uh, you can excel in those. So what one needs to have good expectations, as a, you will be freshers initially. So to go for these type of roles, one need to have a good understanding of materials, strength of material, or some machine design concepts. You should have some thorough understanding here. Okay. So you should build your own knowledge base, have developed some strong basics in these. They don't expect you to be expert, because as a fresher, when you join these organizations, you are not expected to do like expert level job. So you basically, they look into the concept or understanding, strength of materials, stress and strain diagrams. Those things are the basic things the people look at you when they interview you, when they are looking for hire you. Again, in research development, there is a called a development engineer. Development engineers are like developing that particular system and component. Design is one part of it. Designing is like, you should be good at also the design softwares that are available, CATIA, UG, NX, then ProE or Cryo. So these are just softwares, but apart from having software knowledge, I tell you, software knowledge is not only the thing. You can learn these softwares for in spending couple of months or couple of weeks. You can develop that knowledge. But apart from this, you can you need to have a good understanding of basic, like I mentioned, strength of materials, machine design concept. So those things you should be having a solid understanding. Development, I was talking about development engineer. Basically what development engineers will be doing is that they will help in developing particular system or a component. Okay. They work very closely with these designers. So they work closely with the, if there is a vendor, there is a supplier, so they try to bridge that gap. So they study the drawings, they give the uh, um, drawing specification understanding to suppliers. They uh, they also make a decisions while, okay, whether this job can be done through supplier or we can make in-house within our organization only, we can build this part. So this is a kind of role. In many organizations you find design and development as a together also. Okay. So here I try to put it separately. That is also fine. So next is product application engineer. Here product application engineers, basically what they do is their main role is like connecting with the customers, and as well as they are like a bridge between the your client or your customer and your organization. So they understand the customer requirements, whatever the customer has given some requirement for manufacturing some part. Okay. So for example, some say for example, Tata is making some car. Okay. For that car they need some parts to be built by a particular supplier, particular vendor. So this product application engineer is a front technical phase to the Tata Motors. They take their requirements, customer requirements, technical requirements, they understand those, they study those, and internally share it with their teams and come up with a proposal how they are going to make that part. For example, they want to make a car's body. Okay. So car body part is there, some part. Okay. Say for example, a door they have to make. So what are the essential requirements? It should be easily latch should be there, easily removing, easily uh, uh, doors can be easily accessed, easily. There are a lot of requirements. So those requirements will be studied by these application engineers. They will be sharing with internal. They will make a proposal to customer like, okay, this will be my designer has made this, so this is my proposal. These are the validation we are going to do. These are the tests we are going to do. So all this is the role of product application engineer. So I being in this application engineering role, so I can talk about hours together, but let me restrict here because if you need for more details, we can have one-to-one discussions anytime. Then testing and mechanical development is also one of the roles. There are a lot of testing, product testing, component level testing. Test engineers are in very much requirement. So you can also think of taking up testing engineer role, where you will be responsible for the complete system level testing, or you get an opportunity, client place, customer place to do the testing. And here also you'll be having good understanding of, you will develop a good knowledge in terms of your mechanical engineering concepts, then your automotive engineering concepts. So testing is also one good uh, uh, field, I would say. Then there is a system calibration engineer. System calibration engineers, especially in terms of automotive, they will be calibrating the engine to meet the requirements like fuel consumption requirement, SFC, DSFC. These terms must be very common to you. You would have when you learn the IC engines. So there is system caliber, how to meet that. Engine wants to meet 25 kilometers per hour. 25 kilometers per liter. So how do I meet? So system calibration engineer does all these calibrations to meet that. They test it with the help of testing engineer. So calibration engineers are also very much in demand. There is also some areas, especially in calibration and other things, there is a lot of scarcity of engineers. So you can opt for that. Finite element analysis, wonderful thing. This is also, you can take up finite element analysis. Here also you can do a lot of with the help of softwares. Again, you can use a lot of softwares which are available in market if you have basic understanding of the software. Friends, one thing I would like to mention here is one thing, but how the technical concepts will help you, like strength of material, how is the bending is happening, where is the failure coming of that part, how is the stress created in that particular part, particular zone. So try to understand these type of concept, then it will helpful for various functions, not only R&D, various functions. Okay, so then computer aided engineering. In computer aided engineering, CAE and all, so there is a lot of roles here in many organizations. This one example I would like to quote in automotive industry is the crash analysis. Lot of today you are seeing that every car manufacturer is giving their NCAP rating. NCAP is an organization which gives a rating based on the safety of the car. So how safe is your car? So they decide and give a rating, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5 kind of a rating. So here what happens in crash analysis, you will be actually simulating that in the system, in the computer aided softwares, where you will be analyzing what will be the impact, how it is going to have an impact. In case of airbag is not working or airbag is working. So these type of analysis you will be doing. So you will be having more, you will be predicting the performance of the component. You will be predicting the worst case performance of the products or components or the systems. So this is also very much used in most of the mechanical engineering industries, whether it is a I just gave an example of hello. Anybody has a question? I heard somebody trying to speak. Manjunath, okay? Hello. Manju, is everything okay? Shall I? Okay. So there is also this of example there, like some appliance industry, they also do analysis of impact analysis. If the say for example you are making a one refrigerator, so that refrigerator, if it falls down upright, or if it falls down in a reverse direction or some other direction, so what will impact? So these type of analysis, there is a lot of scope in CAE, so think of that. You can also take up such roles. So same way there is a called return part analyst. So the part analysts are basically like you will be visualizing example after the test, what happened to these parts, how the bearing was performing, what is what has gone wrong, if there is any failure. For example, something happened in the actual car while you're driving, something goes wrong, or your machine not performing well when working. So you open, you completely disassemble that, see to it where it has where there is a failure, where there is a higher stress is coming, where there is a uh, s- uh, uh, strain is happening, or where there is some grease is not available for the lubrication. So lot these things of these are the stuff that failure analyze engineers are going to do, and it is also very challenging and very interesting, and also a lot of learnings here. System integration, of course, system integration is also very much needed in many organizations. In system integration, you will be expert where you will be carrying out the two system, how that be integrated, how they will work together, how they will perform. Okay, for example, I will take again powertrain. Okay, when powertrain, it is a combination of engine as well as transmission. Okay, so these two are two different systems, they have to work together. So engine has to produce power, that power has to be transmitted to the wheels through transmission system. So power transmission, that's system integration. So system integration engineer should be having knowledge of multiple systems, or the multiple component, multiple areas. So they will be integrating two such systems and working uh, on those areas. So this is about research and development. Moving further, next slide. Any questions here? Next slide, please. Manju?
Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm doing.
Okay, 1 second. Manju?
Are you able to visualize?
Slides are not coming now.
Now?
No. I cannot see the slide. Can you just check, Manju? Yeah, I think it is now. Yeah, it's loading now. Yeah, you have to go to the next one after R&D, research and development function. Yeah. So make it a full screen. F5. Okay, fine. So one of the roles in most of these organizations you find is sales marketing. So a lot of people have very vague concept like sales and marketing means it is not of our type. It is not the right role or not the thing. But I tell you, friends, this is a wrong conception or wrong, I would say, belief or myth that people have. So there are sales people. So there are engineers. They are also called sales engineers. So they are doing fantastic job, and there are a lot of uh, engineering skills, engineering knowledge applied, and some of the sales and marketing function roles are listed here, so which requires highly skilled, engineering knowledges. Okay, so it is, don't think that sales and marketing means just you have to go do some marketing, go to customers, clients. No, it is not like that. Taking a product, no. So sales engineers are basically interacting with customers. They are preparing the questions, because for selling a product is not an easy. So because these are engineered products. So be it a computer, be it some engine component, be it some appliance component, or a raw material or a steel material. So if somebody wants to sell that, they require engineering analysis behind it. What is the raw material cost? What is the production cost? What will be the production variance? What will the production uh, the time required to manufacture that part? Or for example, your line analysis, your assembly line, you have assembly line where you are manufacturing, say for example, multiple parts. Okay, or you are manufacturing one part, after that assembling another part, you are putting two parts together and selling it. So that requires cycle time. What is the cycle time required? So all that are being speed and tracked from sales engineering, because the salesperson has to give that quotation, give that price to the customer, client, and win business. Okay, so it is not an easy role just like that. So please come out of that thinking, if you have that, like, sales is not a just going and selling a product. No, it's not like that. And there is in this there are different roles here. Like one is sales engineer, I explained. Then after sales is which deals with, once you sell the product, once you if you are a vendor or a supplier to somebody, after sales is like, once you won the business, you sold a product. But after sales is like, there is, for a similar part, this uh, for example, your competitor is offering some product. Say for example, bearing is offered XYZ company to one car, and you can also make that similar bearing and sell it in the aftermarket, because aftermarket there is no restriction that anybody can sell those products. So after sales is dealing with type of market opportunities. They do lot of benchmarking analysis, they do lot of market research here. So after sales is also very much in demand in many organizations, especially in automotive industry. Then business develop, these are the roles in organizations. They are not part sales and marketing directly, but I try to put in, especially the business development, the business analyst, the key account manager. These roles are very closely interrelated. So sales, the person with a sales knowledge, marketing background, they will be, uh, having a knowledge of clients. They worked with various clients, and they work with customers. So that way they try to help organization to develop a new businesses, bring in new opportunities, bring in new accounts. So that's the reason why I try to put in here. So in business development, you will be making strategies, how to approach a particular customer. For example, if you want one business for, say example, from European market, how is the customer mentality there? What are the requirements, European requirements are looking at? Okay, so those studies, those research will be done by this business development team. They will try to help in the sales team and the organization, other functions to win those businesses, how to develop in that particular market, how to develop in that particular zone. So what is going on, say for example in Japan, I have to sell my product. So what are the basic requirements of Japanese customers? How to develop in that. So they help try to make a strategy out of it, how to create a strategy for that. Okay, so this involves a lot of analytic skills, engineering analytics skills. Okay, key account manager is responsible for basically there are some customers. Okay, we some customers, so develop a key account. For example, I have one customer, but I am getting a lot of businesses from their sector, so I prepare one account for them internally. Okay, for example, I have one customer from there, I am getting business for bearing, I am getting business from them on I preparing part for, like, say some governor, some machine, or some other fasteners I'm preparing. And I have, same customer, I'm selling 5 to 10 partners, but all of them, to manage that together, there will be one key account team which will be interacting with customer. They are the interest to customer for any technical, non-technical, commercial, or the supply chain. So all these key managers are very closely working with customers and trying to understand that. Technical sales, many organizations like Bosch, Continental, these organizations, they have these technical sales roles. So in technical sales is, but similarly I explained, like sales engineers, but additionally they will be knowing more the product. They will be trying to sell the product technically, technical advantages of the product in comparison competition, how our product is placed. So all these areas the technical sales guys are going to do. They sell the product, of course, with the help of the R&D colleagues, R&D team. So this is what technical sales guys do. Marketing engineers are more or less very much similar role in sales. In some organizations they are called marketing engineer, in some companies they are called sales engineer, some categorize them as sales and marketing. So marketing one of the options. Then market research and market analysts also, it's also very demanding these days. So market analysts basically they analyze how the market is doing, what areas we need to invest in, or what are the highly sold products, or what are the really demand areas where we can invest. So these are things that my analysts are doing. So they do a lot of research. Again, they help in making a benchmark. So this is a very appealing job and very uh, growth you can expect here. So you can take up. And then business analysts are the one people like very closely associated with business development guys. So in business analysts, they have the organization to focus which suppose if a organization or an industry having, say for a company called XYZ, okay, so it has multiple products, it is selling multiple products. Okay, so business analysts help which product need to invest, which product they need to do more research and try to develop uniqueness, or differentiate product they have to bring in, so that they can get more business. They help organization to bring in more strategic objectives, develop the strategic objectives. Okay, we will invest this, we will work in this. So business analyst role is also very much important and very much in demand. So you can think of looking, because these roles also require most of these roles, apart from knowledge, there is a lot analytic skills is required, so you to consider that. Okay, so can I go to next slide please? Next slide please. Manju? Yeah. Okay. Production function. Production means a lot of people have some different understanding here, but let me tell you, production engineers have knowledge of each and every functions I am talking about here. So they are the main basis of manufacturing industry. So there are various roles here. So one is production engineer, manufacturing engineer, industrial engineer, operations, plant product engineering. So what these people do, production engineer is responsible the produce part. He should be having a knowledge, awareness about the production processes. He should be having knowledge about how this part can be manufactured. He has to read the engineering drawings, machine drawings. Okay, so there is a lot of engineering skill he has to apply. What is the cycle time involved? How I can reduce that? How I can put some um, foolproof system? How I can use Pokayoke system? How I can put some engineering concept. There is some called you might have heard Kaizen techniques, continuous improvement. Then JIT, that is just in time production. So these are demanding technologies these days. So production and manufacturing engineers will doing all this type of job. They will also be responsible for the calculating the hourly price of that machine. For example, a machine they are building 1,000 parts hour. So the based on that output, 1,000 parts per hour. So they are responsible to calculate. Okay, my machine is utilization is this. My machine can build 1,000 parts per hour. How can I increase it to 1,000 to say 1,500 parts? How I can improve that? How I can change my layout, machine layout, or how I can step those things. So there is also a lot of engineering involved in it. So I tell you of people in production area, they also manage the people very well, and that's why they have grown the organization. They become plant heads, they have become head of the organizations, or become CEOs. So don't underestimate any of these functions, especially people have sales, marketing, or production. People think that being a production engineer is not so highly paid or something. No, it is not that. Monetary bit don't look at. So they have various roles here. Then they also calculate, industrial engineers, they also, for example, your industry, you have say 1,000 square feet of area. How much area will be utilized by your machines, utilities, how the layouting has to be done, where we have to place which machine, how this machine can be effectively put in place, how if an organization is using a supermarket concept or the just in time concept, how those can be and how those can be made. Even they help in capacity planning. They work very closely supply chain. So they help in making capacity planning. Okay, my machine is doing per annum, I'm making 6 lakhs of parts. How I can improve 7 lakhs? So these are the things, this industrial engineering, industrial layouting. Again, in industry, the specialists available there, how to implement some special machinery. For example, today's machines require camera, sensors. Okay, lot of automation is being done, lot of digitalization is being done. So those experts are these industrial engineer will be doing. Then operations engineering are also very closely associated with the product manufacturing guys. They are full in plan day-to-day operations and daily activities of the productions. They will be in charge of the production of various. If your company, if your organization making 5 parts, 10 parts, 500 parts, different 500 parts, an operations team will be coordinating with each of them. They are trying to integrate all of them together. Okay, same way plant product engineering is like they will be helping to solve the engineering issues coming in the plant. For example, you are trying to make one mouse, okay, computer mouse. There is a drawing released by the engineer for how to make a mouse. So for example, one of the right click button is not working well, or it is not meeting its function. So plant engineering people will come in picture. They'll try to help the current ongoing production, operations, engineering people. So they try to overcome those issues. They try to see the design is okay, any flaws in design, any issues, and help. And they will put their engineering ideas, engineering knowledge, their skills, and solve those things and on day-to-day basis. Because every manufacturing organization, there are a lot of such issues coming on day-to-day basis, and they'll try to help them out. There are many such roles. So can you go to next slide, please? Anybody has question now? Feel free to ask me. Okay. Somebody is trying to ask a question here in the chat. I can see that Guru. So I'll come to your question later once we finish with this presenting. So I'll come to that. Yeah. Quality function. In quality, every organization will be having this. Any manufacturing industry or the IT industry or any industry, they have this quality function. Okay. Quality is required in every aspect. Everything that we today, we look for a quality. Even you buy a 1,000 rupee shirt or 500 rupee shirt or whatever it is, you look for a better quality, right? So same way, in quality function, you have many roles here. I listed here some of those. Quality inspection engineer, metrology department, and the quality control. There is quality control and quality assurance. The main difference between quality control and quality assurance is that quality control guys will ensure that the organization quality vision, organizational quality policies, those missions, those are standards of the organization are being in place. They are being followed by each and every person responsible. So that is what quality control people do. Quality assurance people are responsible for product quality, project quality, whatever the specific service they are building. So these people are assurance people, look into that it meets the quality requirement or the requirement stated by a client or the customers. Okay, that's a very in simple terms. Quality control is that. Then metrology engineers, metrology experts, like they will be helping out, acquiring the new instruments, new gauge required, because today again we are going in digital era. Lot of digital is happening. How the things being measured, how you measure. See, mouse is such a profile. Mouse is a contour profile. How do you measure mouse? Because not a round, it is not a square, it is not a rectangle. How this is being measured? This is being measured in some machine. Okay, there is special equipment is it. So this are measured, how profile should be, how it should be. Okay, so all things metrology team will be planning those things, and they know what instrument is required. So they help taking those instruments, acquiring those new machineries. There are a lot of equipments required in the quality lab. They will be responsible for chemical and physical lab of the organization. So that is what metrology people will be doing. Supplier quality is one more interesting, very I would love that job, because in supplier quality, if say for example if you're buying some part from your supplier, okay, say for example you are manufacturing a laptop and you are buying some part of the laptop, say for the screen you are buying from other supplier. So supplier quality will first of all he will give all the quality requirement to that supplier, okay, the particular vendor, the particular supplier, and he is also responsible in helping them build a part with that quality. He will inspection, he will audit, he will be having knowledge of the manufacturing processes. He will check what can go wrong. He can see, for example, if you are making a die cast part, how you are getting a die cast part supplier. So what will be the issues, where will the porosity failures, where will be the blowholes. So all these things, these supplier quality engineers, they will have lot of understanding. You will gain over a period. It is not immediately, will not happen in one day. Okay, I joined the organization, I will become No. So they will build upon. So they understand the manufacturing process. So this is the role where you will learn manufacturing processes. And I tell you, friends, this is also very interesting. I already explained you quality assurance. Then plant quality. Plant quality is like, you have a manufacturing plant factory. So they are responsible to take the quality issues that are raised in plant. For example, some machine is having a quality issue. It is not giving, there is some quality, some poker built in that is not working, or the parts are not well. Parts are not within control limits, specification limits that are defined by the organization. For example, the diameter of the bearing to be 60 mm, but it is not in 60 mm. It is coming 60.5. My tolerance is 60.1. My tolerance is 60 or minus 0.1. So that's not meeting. Why it is not meeting? They do analysis. There is a lot of quality tools, my friends. If you want to excel in this, there are a lot of 7 QC tools. You can learn those. You can implement. You can use day out histograms, Pareto charts, flow charts, control charts. Then a fishbone diagram, or it is also called Ishikawa diagram. So quality people will be using tools day in day out to solve their problems. Okay, so plant quality also be trying to do that and trying to build that. Manjunath, hope I'm not too fast. Okay. And then warranty and claims engineer. Here, warranty and claims team, what they will do, if any warranty coming out from a particular client or the customer. For example, you sold some. I will take example of bearing again. If you sold a bearing to a customer and it is doing well, after some hours or after running for 1000 kilometers, there is a noise come, or it is not coming well. There is a bearing will be having grease that is coming out. Some else problem comes up. So warranty engineers will there at client's place, customer place, collect those parts. They do analysis. They understand what is gone wrong, why it is. So when we talk about warranty, there's something called Weibo diagram. Okay, so they analyze how the warranty of the product. So they will be helping organization to build that also. Like, okay, how to give a warranty of, say, for example, I'm making a mobile manufacturing organization. I'm making a smart device. So what warranty? 2 years, 3 years, nothing happen. So these warranty and claims engineers will basically help in organization to put particular warranty for product, as well as they will be responsible to solve the warranty claim concerns raised by clients, raised by customers during the product is being sold. So there is also some organizations, especially automotive organizations, they have this 0 kilometer team. Okay, 0 kilometer means part is not even in just in you sold bearing to a car, and uh, okay, when vehicle is built, vehicle is in dealer space, but there is some problem coming out of that bearing. So it is vehicle has not, so it is a 0 kilometer. So some automotive organization is 0 kilometer warranty team. So there you will get a lot of exposure here in warranty. You will actually see the practical working conditions of those product in the client place, customer place. So you understand how it is incorrectly working, or how it is not installed well, and you can guide them to. You will learn of things here. Same way, reliability engineering, I put it in quality function, but in some organization it is also very much closely associated with R&D part of it. So here reliability engineers are defining reliability of the product, reliability of the service. Okay, reliability is like it's a one big engineering concept. Okay, engineering concepts you learn, reliability is a one such concept. Part reliability, for example, some customers have a requirement. I should not get, after the product is started manufacturing, I should not, there is a limit, like ppm they call, right? parts per million. It's 1000 ppm. If you're a Six Sigma company, anybody can tell me what will be requirement in Six Sigma? Anybody want to give a try? In IT industry, it is called CMMI, but in manufacturing organizations, they use a Six Sigma. Many of the American organizations, Japanese, they have this. So let me explain that. Like in out of a million, that is 10 lakh parts, your defect should be only 3 are allowed. Okay, no more than 3 defects. So this type of requirements are there in today's demanding. Customers are very highly demanding. Okay, so that is how the reliability engineer will come into picture. They try to help those how organization can make a product more reliable, achieve the ppm targets given by the customers, given by the clients. So reliability engine is that aspect of it. Yes, Guru, you are right partially. I will explain for here. So can we go to next slide, please? Next interesting function most of the organization is the purchase. In purchase, there is direct and indirect purchase. Direct purchase is basically it deals with basically the products, engineered products that we are buying. For example, I am making a bearing, okay, but I don't have the grease manufacturing in my house. I have it from somewhere. So buying grease from market, there may be 5 vendors who can manufacture the grease. So the purchase engineer help to organize one best one out of it, and he will be. So these are direct that are coming on our product that company is making or the organization is making. Indirect is basically deals with some indirect materials. Okay, some stationery and other stuff. So I'm not talking more about it, but direct purchase is what is more engineers will be involved. And main role here are listed here. One is purchase engineer. Purchase, some people also call it sourcing engineer. Source the products to the various components. So this is also very much I would involvement is with suppliers. You will be dealing with multiple people. You will be working closely with suppliers, understand their process, because you will get a lot of insight about how that product is manufactured. For example, say there is one, I am buying part, say connecting rod, how that connecting rod is prepared, forging process, what are the defects forging, what can go wrong, where supplier can go wrong. So you will position to identify that, help them to develop the right part for your requirement, help them to meet the quality standards, help to meet technical standards, help to meet the GNT, that's your tolerance requirements. So this is what purchase engineering. So they are not just commercial people. Okay, there is the engineering involved. So they will be doing all this. Then they'll be trying to understand the application of the product, and they help the organization to select the best supplier, select the best vendor. They will also be doing the analysis, cost analysis, cost wise, which supplier is better. For example, there were three vendors in the market, X, Y, Z. X is giving high price, but his quality is good. Y is maybe moderately priced, quality is okay, moderate. Z is not okay in the cost, quality, and performance. So that's how they analyze those. They understand those requirements, and they work closely with supplier quality engineers mentioned in the quality function. They work closely with R&D people, design, development, testing, metallurgy. So a lot of these functions are very much interlinked, very much together. Then comes his commodity manager. In commodity manager, basically many organizations have commodity managers. They make some commodity groups. Okay, for example, some team will be taking, if companies buy different type of parts. Okay, there are plastic, you buy some plastic component, plastic part from someone, you buy die cast parts, from someone, some supplier. You buy sheet metal from some supplier, like that. Okay, so the organization will identify a group commodity manager for the testing parts. So there will be team of commodity for plastic injection mold parts. So same there will be sheet metal commodity managers, like. So these are like SMEs, subject matter expert areas where commodity they organize commodity. Or if larger, if you see large scale, for like example some OEM car manager, for example. So they will be having, okay, the person is responsible in parts, engine part buying, engine sourcing. So engine commodity manager. There will be transmission commodity manager. There is a vehicle parts manager, like that. Okay, commodities like that have identified. Lead buyer is a role where um, very much overlapping with purchase or sourcing or these things. So what happens is these buyers are very much some organizations have uh, identified slightly. So buyers are responsible for, basically as the names, buying that particular product. They will also be interacting with suppliers. They will be more commercial with some of course technical, because when you say commercial, there is also a lot of analytics is involved. What is the cost? You need to develop your own estimate. Some supplier tell you this still material costing 500 rupees. You cannot blindly do that. You need to have your own research, your own independent estimate. You also need to work with your experts in the organization. Okay, and then prepare your own estimate about that particular part. Okay, this is costing this much, and then they negotiate with the supplier commercially as well as technically. They try to bring those together, the commercial technical aspect of it. So that is the role of the buyer. There's some organizations have global buyers. For example, international organizations, MNCs. They, once you start as a buyer, lead buyer, and then you go to global level, because will be global sourcing. For example, Ford is a company. Ford is making cars. Ford is having global buyer. What global buyer will do? He will be interacting with regional buyers. India, Ford is also in India. Ford is in South Africa. Ford is in Europe. Ford is in USA. So in Europe. So those organizations, this buyer will very much closely interacted, very much closely and integrating, and lead by a global buyer will be giving them action, supporting them, and he will be having a good sound knowledge about the various regions. What will be the suppliers here, how will be the these regions, the suppliers are there. So he'll be developing that, and he'll be working closely with the regional buyers, trying to help the organization to get the best. Because many Indian organizations these days are export their components to many countries worldwide. So here it will be other around. We used to buy a lot of products. Still, of course, some extent buying it from other countries. Now, uh, the thing is that parts put in India, they are being exported to many countries, and it is where the lead by global buyers will also be coming into picture. Like for example, if you to supply some parts to the some global organization, Europe, some in Japan, some in Korea. So these global buyers will be involved in buying those particular components, those particular systems. Okay. International parties role is also much linked. They will be purchase in many organizations. They have a separate role for the uh, purchase engineer for the international level. So we dealing with international suppliers mainly, because if you don't have particular supplier, vendor, so service provider in your country, so they will be dealing with the people in various regions, various countries, other countries. So they will be having, they have to develop understanding of the regional markets or the local suppliers. For example, if you some component from Japan, so you need to understand their way of working, their requirements, how they are following, because region changes, language changes, their culture. So all that will have impact on the way, the style they're working and they produce all these things. Okay, so that's how the international purchase engineers will be there. They will be making purchasing at the international level. Can I go to next, please? Supply chain and logistics. Okay, supply chain and logistics is also is one of the highly in demand in today's generation. So a lot of higher certification degrees are being offered in specific in supply chain, and this is also growing very randomly rapidly, in especially in such days where we have a global pandemic like corona. Supply chain is largely disrupted, so they are using very new advanced technologies to supply the parts across the world. So in supply chain management, you'll be doing or the logistic day to day, you'll be managing the supply chain, like what will be our part, say for some your organization manage today supply chain. What all the parts? How many parts have next? I have done my assembly line. What are the parts I have to put to work with the demand management team? Demand manager will be doing what is the demand from customer. I have 10 customers A, B, C, D. Customers are there. So all these customers, I have to plan. Okay, next forecast is the forecast coming from sales or business development. They are in some forecast. Okay, customer X A is requiring 10,000 parts for next month. Customer B is giving 15,000 for next months. So according supply chain team will procure their material with the help of purchase. So they will keep ready. They will plan the internal manufacturing accordingly. Okay, they work with capacity planning. They also work with logistics. There is also called a stream called logistics management, where they build their inventory. Okay, so inventory management, very much how inventory I need to keep, how much I need to month basis, because customers like Toyota, for example, Toyota following Toyota production system, which is very like concept, just in time supermarket concept. So you need to eye your skills. Okay, like to support this type Toyota of customer, how much inventory I need to keep, because they require just in time. I have to keep a limited inventory. I need to keep on daily basis. I need to have only this much parts from supplier, and then as I am also a supplier Toyota, I also need to keep a limited stock. I need to send parts when there is required. Okay, this is an example of I'm telling survey where OEMs have done their own production system, and supply chain guys in demand management and logistics. These teams were very much closely linked, very much closely tied, and plan all these activities. So supply chain should ensure that parts are coming regularly on time. When you have order from customers, it should not disturb. So they also very much checking forecasts, how the forecast getting changed. Okay, for how is new variances. For example, season comes up, right? Ganesha Chaturthi or Deepavali time. So in India, buying will be increased, right? People try to buy more cars. Some people try to buy fridge, washing machine, appliances. So accordingly, those requirements, these manufacturing orders, okay, they will plan. So sub chain is having idea. Okay, in Ganesha Chaturthi, I am getting more orders. So I need to prepare my compost. I am buying some rotor, some stator from some sire. So I need to increase order. In regular season, I am buying 5,000. In festive season, I have to order 10,000. I need to be keep ready. These forecasts to do. They work with demand management. Demand management team be checking what is regular demand from customer. What are the trends? Why it is changing? So it is very much closely linked. Then there is a capacity planning. Capacity planning is like how much capacity I have to build, how much capacity daily I am producing, whether there is a possibility to increase my capacity. Daily I am producing 1000 fridges. Due to festive season I have to increase to 2000 fridges a day. So how I can increase capacity? Okay, whether I bring, I'm sorry, that I have to hire a new resources, short-term resources to build up a new line. So that is what capacity planning will do. Production planners will also be working with capacity planners. So daily production, the production planning team will be doing daily production. What is my daily intake? What is my daily output? So how much I need to produce each day? How much quantity I have to, which line I have to be running? I have 10 parts in the same assembly line. I am producing 200-liter fridge. I am producing 165-liter fridge. I am producing, say, for example, 100-liter fridge. All the different types of fridges I am producing, but which is in highest demand. I have to plan daily accordingly. That is what production planner will help in preparing that plan. They will work very closely with the other functions I listed here. So this is how production planning is being done. Okay, production planners will be doing, and this requires a lot of analytic skills also. You can put your unique ideas, you can put your thinking um, uh, thinking tank always growing. So then there is a warehouse management. Basically what they do is like uh, in many of the organizations, they will be having regional warehouses. Okay, for example, customer client place is somewhere else. You are producing, say for example, in say in Bangalore, you are producing some part, but your customer client place is in somewhere in Delhi or somewhere in Bombay, Lucknow, or maybe some other place. So how you have to supply? So you will make some warehouse in the Delhi area. You will, because there is a high demand. So you will keep, first your parts will come to warehouse. That warehouse will be shipping those parts to regional areas. Okay. So here, how much inventory I have to maintain in warehouse on daily basis? How much warehouse capacity should be there? And where are my strategic location I have to plan for this various warehouses, whether my demand is high in Delhi, my demand is high in Calcutta, my demand is high in Chennai or Bangalore or Hyderabad. So they'll be helping in setting up a new warehouses, the planning of those warehouses. So this is what warehouse management will be doing. Then materials management is also very much closely working with these teams. They will be helping in um, preparing those materials, preparing, even they will be um, working with suppliers, vendors, to organize those materials, because purchase team, supplier quality, they all do the developing of a component or a supply system from the supplier. Their job is done. Then getting those materials, involving on day-to-day basis, day-to-day operations, and without interrupting. So material managers team will be there. So they will be discussing with supplier. They will be giving them based on the internal supply chain demand management requirement or production planners requirement. Material management team will be ordering those parts from supplier, keeping that ready, also taking care of suppliers inventory, also taking care of even supplier issues. What is the bottleneck, why the lines are not performing, or while their capacities are, is there any issues? This is what this team doing. And I tell you, supply chain are even established across industries. It is not only limited to mechanical, or they are in IT, telecom, electronics manufacturing, semiconductors manufacturing. So everywhere it is there. So this is also very growing profession. Yeah. Next slide, please. Okay, project management. Project management is very unique in every organization. This industry is there. Without project manager, without project management, uh, you cannot run a particular project or particular unique deliverable that you are developing, or a service you are developing. Okay, so project management also, you can think of uh, initially in starting roles will be like project coordinator. You will not be having more authority as project manager, but project coordinator has limited authorities. But over a period of time, when you grow, you can develop project management skills, because project manager is integrating all the various functions together. He will be keeping customer requirements. He will be working with design team to meet the customer requirement. He is working with quality. He's working with resource. He's also have to plan the communication, how communication has to be built in the organization within the teams, because project manager has to he'll be working with various teams in the organization, various stakeholders in the organization. So he has to develop that type of negotiation. The people with good communication, people with a good interaction with people are highly likely will make a good in project management, because they have to involve various stakeholders. They have to interact with stakeholders, okay, various stakeholders, and they try to build on that, and they try to build a success on organizational success is dependent on that. So project managers basically are interacting with customers also to support their requirements. So develop a unique service deliverable, or if it can be engineering service also, any service, okay, it can be any product also, it can be any system also. So any unique deliverable, project manager has to be working closely and developing that, integrating all the functions. He'll be working with sales, he'll be working with design, he'll be working with quality. He ensure that all these requirements, all these customer requirements, and then he hand over that to operations after project is successfully delivered. All the deliverables are accepted by the customer. That is what project managers do. Then in project managers, basically there's a program management also. So program management is like multiple projects. For example, you are doing one engine development, so that will go to multiple vehicles, okay. So Tata has developed 1 2-liter engine, gasoline engine, that is that will be going to multiple vehicles like Tiago, that will be going to your Nexon, that will be going to your other Tiger vehicle, all that. So program manager is one who would like to have integrate all these, okay. Multiple projects are there, because there are sub projects. All these projects put together, they try to make a benefit out of it. That's what program manager will be doing. So that is one level up after the project manager. So there, once you have project manager, then you will become a program manager, because you will be doing multiple projects together and helping that. Similarly, portfolio management is like multiple projects, multiple programs put together. Portfolio managers will be taking care. And okay, Manju, you passed on the host again to me. The slides, I will go back. I need to speed up maybe, right?
Jay, are you able to see the screen?
No.
No, just a minute.
Yeah. So we were at project management. Yeah, I can see the screen now. Go to project management. So that is what project management, portfolio management will be doing. There is also, every organization is having, most of the organizations having project management office, where project management office will be supplying them all the tools and techniques required to handle the project management. So they also be project managers. There is also PMP certified project managers, PGMP certified. So that is what project management role or project managers will be doing day out. So this office of project management, PMO we call, it is not Prime Minister office. Many organizations, they have management office where they will be directing, supporting. They are also controlling projects. In some organizations, they are responsible for the projects. It is irrespective of the industry, IT, non-IT, oil and gas, whatever it is. Manju, can go to next, please. Tool development. Manju, just one question. Will it stop exactly at 12, or can we extend it a bit, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes? Because after this, I have to cover some. some 1 or 2 slides where I will be explaining elaboratively. So just check if that can be extended, and if there are some questions and questions and answers. Okay.
Jay, actually we have scheduled 10 to 12. We are also not sure that whether it will the problem. You can continue.
Okay. Tooling development, most of the organizations has tooling, manufacturing industries. So one thing I very much understood from one of the senior gentlemen in one of the organizations while I was doing. So he told me that most manufacturing industries, tooling people are from Karnataka. One main reason is we have in Karnataka a lot of NTTF GTTC tool room trainings and tool room institutes, and that's where why he was telling that lot of manufacturing industries, tooling engineers are from Karnataka and worldwide, not only in India. There are many, and they made a very good progress here. So here I just put a picture of one die casting stuff where you see runners, core, drag, and all this. So as a tooling engineer, you will be responsible for tool development, tool design, tool quality, tool production, because for making product, any comment, you need to have a tool. Okay, for plastic parts, plastic injection molding tools, sheet metal, there is a blanking, there is a piercing, there is a progressive dies for sheet metal. So the tool engineering there is also a subject in your mechanical or the industrial engineering one study. We have the command or good understanding, so definitely grow in these areas where you will be making developing the tools, and you will be responsible for the quality of tools. And each and every manufacturing organization, I tell you, they will be needing the tool development or tooling department. Okay, so that's how it there are die casting parts. Okay, so to produce a die casting, like I shown here in one example picture, so you will be needing die casting tools, runners, gauges, whatnot, core, the cavity, how the flow takes place. This analysis, you will be analyzing those. Will be you will be taking help of CAE engineers, or you will be working together with analyze how the flow analysis, mold flow, how the mold flow takes place, how the heat transfer is going to happen here, and where I need to provide a coolers, where I need to provide the runners. So all these things, so there is a lot of technology involved, skill is involved. So am I audible, Manju?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, because just lost the power connection, so
Yeah,
power failure here, so no issues. I'm connected. And this is what tooling department in development will be doing. So there is a lot of scope here in each and every manufacturing companies, whether it's a plastic manufacturing, plastic components manufacturing, whether it is a sheet metal, whether it is a die cast, aluminum die cast parts, or any other such manufacturing. So tool is very much required, and developing tools is very much important, which forms the very core of the heart of that parts. So very much in demand as well. So can we go to next slide, please? Ma'am, can you switch? Yeah. So after going through all this, just hold on. Can you go back to the previous? So I will be trying to explain this emerging trends and technologies. Emerging trends and technologies in the mechanical, in the automotive, and in industrial production these are the various technologies that are coming up, fastly catching up. So one need to understand those. You need to be having awareness about it, try to understand what is happening around you. So that will help you to build your career, your knowledge, and then try to be into those areas and develop your skill levels, grow in those areas. One is Industry 4.0 is coming. Industry 4.0 is industrial revolution, fourth revolution, where you will be seeing lot of automation, lot of digitalization happening, lot of machine learning being utilized, lot of artificial intelligence is used. So these are impacting the technology. These are impacting the uh, mm, how the things are being made now, how the things are being built now. So these are definitely impacting, and one need to develop on those. So some of the technologies in this new areas are like, one is, as you see, advanced driver assist systems. Madam, you just click, next will come. Just click. ADAS is very much in demand, where advanced driver assist system cars are being controlled through computer, controlled through electronics, means semiconductors. Lot of sensors are being used, so you don't have even such things are very widely used, so that you can make it very robust, with less effort for human being. Then there is a lot of use of mechatronics in the manufacturing. Mechatronics, that you have combination of mechanical and electronic system together. So mechatronics, you might have studied as of the subject, so where in which you bring in sensors, you bring in actuators, you bring in together, because there is also mechanical element involved in it. So those are being used in manufacturing areas, like they will be having a lot of sensors in the poker case. They will be having a lot of automation in the manufacturing. So they are using mechatronics means. So if you can have knowledge, develop your knowledges in those areas, will be helpful. Another one is like electric vehicles, where today it's a growing trend. In electrical vehicles, there is a lot of advanced at various layers. There is again electrical vehicles. You have multiple disciplines. One is mild hybrid, that is some IC engine, and some are powered by electrical means batteries. Vehicles are fully electric, or parallel electric, series electric vehicles. So there is a lot of advancement happening in those areas. Try to develop your knowledge, your understanding in these areas. Next one, please. After electric vehicles, there is one more, that is design for assembly. When you are only designing, earlier days was design was age old concept, was like just prepare design as per the requirement. But nowadays you need to think how that can be manufactured easily with less efforts, how you can standardize those designs, how you can make one design unique design, or try to keep a unique design which will be applicable to be used in multiple areas, multiple sections. That is how, like easy ace of assembly, ace of manufacturing should be there in your design. That is what the concept, design for assembly or design for manufacturing standardization, they are looking at. Ma'am, next. Just click. Fuel cell technology. Fuel cell technology is like for the vehicles, for the cars, the fuel cell driven cars are being used. There is a electrolysis is being used to generate the power. You don't have to have an IC engine. You don't even have a here, just a means of how that fuel cell can be made. Fuel cell cars are being made. So this is also emerging technology, where initial level of advancements are ongoing, but they are not in wide usage. But of course, these are technology which is come in next decade, or next 1 or 2 decades. They are going to grow like rapidly. So I request you people to be gain some awareness about it. Try to understand those things. If you get some knowledge resources, today's generation, you get a lot of access to internet and other things. So using internet, you can. Ma'am, next please. There is rapid prototyping and 3D printing. Rapid prototyping is, I would say, already it is taken a lot of big shape in the industry. A lot of people are using this rapid prototyping technologies. 3D printing especially is growing. People are making large components, large parts physically using 3D printing. That is also one of the rapidly growing. Even many of the cases people are using, maybe in the current uh, sense, it is a little bit expensive to take up the 3D 3D is also think of these emergence in technology. And it is a driverless cars now. Driverless cars is similar to ADAS. Explained earlier, advanced driverless system. Google is investing in driverless. General Motors, Ford, you name any OEM, BMW. So they are working, making a driverless cars. Even cars can run with driver. You just have to sit back and relax. No need to use your, uh, anything. Just sleep in the car. You can do other activities in your car. You can work using your laptop or do whatever. So lot of technology. So try to develop awareness, try to gain some knowledge in these areas will be helpful for you to prosper in the industries. You may come up with this type of jobs in the industries. So be aware of this type of technology. There are many more, but I try to keep it which are relevant at this moment. Okay. Next, I'll be talking a bit about the resume building and job application, how you're going to make it. Okay, so just this will help you like a fresher. We also had limited knowledge, or maybe not well read, well mentored. Maybe we do not think, okay, after engineering, okay, we try to copy somebody else's job. So some of do's and don'ts you keep in mind. So add that. Okay, so this slide specifically I prepared for the fresh engineers, fresh guys. So try to utilize this, and there are various means available now in the internet. You can also have a YouTube links, videos. You can watch through them and try to develop a better resume so that you get selected, or it stands out of thousands of resumes come daily, and you have to have your own uniqueness to prove it. Okay, one is in do's, like always highlight some key or unique skills that you have, like you have done certification, like you have visited some industries. Try to highlight that you did something specific, unique about the role or a job. So try to highlight that. And one basic mistake most of us do is not using a clear email ID resumes. Okay, some people give ma'am, can you go back please? Yeah, some give email very vaguely. They make some movie, something, they put it, okay, that movie name dot their name, rocky by dot kgf at so and so gmail.com, like that. So don't that it doesn't look professional. Use your name and your last name, family name, or your city. So means those things, because they look professional. So if required, create a new email id for especially looking for a job when you're trying to apply for a job. Okay, don't just use some vague email ids. That is fine as your personal things are committed. I'm not against it. When you go to a professional thing, it doesn't look nice, or doesn't good, and doesn't leave a good impression, okay, to the recruiter or the hiring managers. Then most of the people I see mentioning hobbies, like watching tv. What? Watching tv is not a hobby, friends. Watching tv, you specifically mention some unique thing, like watching tv with discovery, some in discovery channel, some specific, okay, some like how some program. What is the specific about it? For example, some people write reading is not a hobby, I say. Reading novel, you are reading some autobiography, your interest. So those things, or reading vachanas, reading poems, right? right, that specific thing. So that becomes a hobby. Like highlight, some people are good in solving the word puzzle, Sudoku puzzles. You can mention that. You are playing you were just maybe in badminton, you can put that. Playing a cricket, some chess, those things you can put it as a hobbies. Don't just write watching TV, reading. These cannot come under just as a hobby. And don't use use common ones like Arial, New Times Roman, and Calibri, which are very much simple, easy. Don't make any blah blah highly fancy things, and don't use multiple times different these fonts. Okay, make it simple. Always with resume, I request you have one better covering letter, which will help you in applying. In many job applications, they ask for cover letter. If you even try to apply for a job, they will ask for covering letter. In covering letter, try to place why you will be looking for that, what are your skills, and simple, some 4 to 5 line put in first, and then put it your brief job, how you will is relevant to you, and then with a thanking note. So make one covering letter. If you need some assistance, you can go to internet. There are lot of things are available over there, or you can contact me also. I can try to help you out in preparing, or your placement office. Definitely they will help you out. And friends, any certifications you done, any courses you have done. For example, you have done CATIA course, you have done some UG standing, you've done some you visit some industry there, you did one internship or something like that. So those certifications, if you have those things which are relevant for your job, please try to put in those, highlight those. You maybe you have some good paper presentations in your college or in some other events. So put those, highlight those, they will technically help you. And then don't put any fake or bogus information, please friends. This is shortcut, and it will not last longer. And don't put fake experience or fake things. uh, Maybe few people will succeed initially, but that will not last longer, I tell you. So please avoid using fancy fonts, like every line changing the font, making it very highly decorative stuff will not fetch you any good job. Okay, keep, like I mentioned, common fonts, common used in resumes. Use that, go through that. There are a lot of websites which are offering services. Okay, if it is too expensive for you, you can just refer in you can Google it, and you can find many, or you can take it from your senior friends and others. Okay, and don't use short forms. If you know thing, putting a form, not every may be knowing. Okay, if it is industrial known, maybe in some cases, okay, but don't use any short form, short names. Such things will not be. Try to put it in detail as much as possible wherever it is needed. And don't use unknown words, highly jargons, big English words, like Shashi Tharoor kind of jargons. Using that will not give you any highly value add. So try to avoid those things. Put it in very plain, simple English. Will be fine. And always before submitting your application or your jobs, do some spell check, do some grammar checks. If everything is fine, do submit. So even sometimes minor grammar mistake, minor spelling mistake will be looks very funny or odd, or some people may interfere it very misinterpret or wrongly. They take, and it may affect them. So don't get offended, or don't use always check, do grammar checks and spells. Okay, and 5 more minutes about how you are going to utilize your time. That don't get panic. Today's environment or the corona pandemic has been globally affected, so don't get panic, don't lose your heart. Don't be like what happens to me next, because a lot of people, everything, job losses are happening around the world. So how the industry is going to perform, don't worry about it. Be brave, have a good hope, work on your skills, always try to learn new things. Even I have 15 years of experience. I am trying to learn new things. I am trying to always learning from others. I am trying to learning from seniors, juniors as well. Okay, always learn. Focus your attention on learning new things. Don't lose heart, and don't think one failure of yours. You applied for 50 jobs. Even if you don't get job, don't lose your heart. Don't think that as a failure. We have also gone through that. I'm telling you, friends, if you need any assistance, please talk to us. Please talk to seniors. Please talk to your close buddies, close friends, close even your lecturers, professors. They will try to help you out of such situations. Okay, don't take any drastic step. Not lose heart. Even if you get rejected, you can read some good books. You can read some inspirational stories and try to build, try to learn from failures. Okay, we even first 1 year of my career, I also struggled to get a good. And after I started as a small CAD engineer. Then I got a job after one in March. So I had a struggle. I have gone through that. And don't lose your heart. Okay, so please stay focused, learn new things. So if you have time, the good demand in demand is like learning German, learning Japanese, learning Spanish languages, or French are in demand in automotive industry, in manufacturing industry. Try to learn those, and you will have a additional advantage over others. Your resume will have additional skill. If you get time, utilize such things. Learn some new skill. Learn something that you want to sell in. Yeah, there are a lot of course, lot of certification available. So utilize that, and and make a good resume, and try to explore, talk to the people, and understand what is going on in the industry, how it is taking a shape, and then be successful. I wish all of you very best, and and I very much thank you. I'm thankful to each one of you participating, and also to BGMIT staff and principal Kerur sir. I am a student of Kerur sir. He is also shaped career. He also helped us where we are now, and I'm thankful to each one of you.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, can we have a questionnaire session if it is possible?
Yes, definitely.
So I request the participants, if you have any queries, you can ask, sir, or otherwise you can drop it on the chat box.
There was one query, ma'am, in the chat box earlier.
Yes, sir, sure.
By Guru, I guess. I think we will go through that. Guru has one question, that mechanical related business. Okay, maybe Guru, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Guru, mechanical related business, I see means you are talking about the startup or some entrepreneurship, right? When I mentioned entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
So there are a lot of opportunities here in space. One is you can start a design consulting analysis. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities there. You can start with taking up some design consulting work from the organizations. Smaller organization, you can grow bigger here. Then also help in making a business like prototype. Some industries, organizations, especially bigger organizations like the one I'm working, Schaeffler is a big name. It's a German company. So making prototype is a big effort for us. So you can approach such company and try to take a prototype you can build. Okay, you can understand their parts requirement, so you can help them developing prototyping. Okay, randomly we can prepare prototypes out of machine. Instead of doing die cast, we can do it in machining quick. So that will mainly protos are used to test it. Initial fit and function are okay, they will check. So that type of simple things you can start, you can pick up and try to evolve, because startup is not a or any business You have to put in your lot of efforts with lot of dedication. You have to put and grow. So with that, you can really come up in the business. You can grow your business. Okay. So initially we will start with small steps and then you grow. So there are many options. I can connect you with the people. I help you that if some people are really interested, you can also get some ideas. If you explore, if you have something in mind already, that also you can explore. Is that okay, Guru?
Thank you, sir. Yes, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, please? Next. Friends, I encourage ask more questions. Okay, no issues. Even if it is silly, Kannadadagu kelbodu. No issues.
Jayatirth, this is Manjunath.
Yes, Manjunath.
Yeah, actually in rural areas like Mudhol, Jamkhandi or nearby cities, what are the opportunities for mechanical guys? Means can they start their production unit or something like that?
Definitely, Mahat. This is very apt and very good question that comes to our mind. I have seen people over here that they don't focus. One thing I highlighted that government jobs or PSUs, like okay, in and across our cities or areas, you don't have to do metros or big cities or tier 2 cities. You can look for some jobs like you take up. There are in Alti, okay, there is a power plant. It's a government. So try mechanical engineers or industrial production IP. That's a power plant the job. So you can apply through government. So they call for jobs. There is opportunity. There are quite a lot of cement and sugarcane industries developed across Mudhol, Jamkhandi, even Vijapur in the regions. So you can take up a good role over there. Also there, and you have this not only that, especially in areas like in Bari and in Kudgi near Vipur, there is also NTC, National Thermal Power Station. There is a thermal power generation unit set up in Kudgi, which is Vijapur, in very close proximity, about 40 kilometers or even less. So you can try there. There is also job opportunities there. And one good thing about Karnataka is in Belgavi district, you have lot of bauxite available. Is aluminium ore, aluminium. So lot of die casting industries are up there. Okay, try visiting in your free time. Try to understand how the die casting thing. They are doing lot of stuff over there. There are also jobs available, as well as if you want to do an industry visit, if you want to understand how dieting process is being done. So there are a lot of industries you can try. You can try approach there. We also try to if I get any contacts over, so you can go there, try to even in and around Harvard is the Tata Motor plant is there now. So that is Belur industrial area. So a lot of industries, small scale or even medium to large scale, it is also set up there. So you can try to visit there, try to understand how what is being followed over there. So there are opportunities in the areas, or even hospitality. In hospitality, you have the steel iron factories. That is what I mentioned. Steel and iron industry is rapidly growing. Jindal is there, like many other in Toran area. So a lot of industries are come up. And in Belgaum, ACUS, which is set by our own Arvind and Meldigeri. So they have developed a global industry is known as West. So it is because they have said it is a SEZ zone. I mentioned this earlier that they are exporting parts to globally aero components, aerospace components. They are shipping to global level. Okay, so they are supplying. So you can visit. You can also try jobs there. They have a lot of Belgavi, Hosapet, Ballari zone. These have rich number of industries set up there, even in Dharwad, like I mentioned. So industry exposure, if you want, you can visit there. or if you want to also, you can try in those areas which are in your close proximity. Did that answer your query, Manjunath?
Yes, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Other participants, if you have any questions, please.
Friends, this session for you. Please feel free to questions.
Jay, Shravan sir is also
Yeah.
in group.
Oh, good to know. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, probably sir is not maybe he's in group. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
on mute,
Anyway, I
ma'am.
will. Yeah, he's on mute. Not a problem. Other participants, if you have any questions, please ask in Kannada also. That's fine. He's from
Yeah,
Vijaypur only.
feel free. Okay, nothing wrong. ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗೂ ಕೇಳೋರು ಕೇಳೋದು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಿಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿನೂ ಹಾಕೋದು. Jay, probably means none of the participants are having questions. First
Yeah.
and foremost, I would like to thank you for accepting our invitation and spending more than 2 hours with us. It's our great pleasure to have you in today's webinar as a resource person. I wholeheartedly thank from Placement Cell as well as from BGMIT Mudo to you. And I'm now handovering session to Priyanka Tupad Madam for vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It was a wonderful session, and I take this opportunity to thank today's speaker, Mr. Jayatirth Nadagouda, for sparing his precious time and sharing information to the participants. Thank you, sir. And also, I would like to thank management, respected principal, Dr. S.B. Kerur, heads of the departments, training and placement cell officer, Professor Manjunath S.G., coordinators, teaching, non-teaching staffs, students, and all participants for joining this webinar and for making best utilization of it. Thank you, one and all.
And I also thank one of you, all the participants and the management of the GMIT, Manjunath sir, Manjunath Valgi sir, and Priya ma'am for all the arrangements and giving me an opportunity to connect with the people. Giving to I know a little bit of industry, little bit of I know I can share. I'm ready to help the students, anything. So even if you have any problem dealing with failures, talk to me. All of us have faced the failure. Okay, so don't get dejected, don't get losing heart, don't take any step. And you can connect with me on phone. I have given my mobile. That is the reason why. And even if you need help, any support, any reference of time there to help, and you can through your placement team also with me. I am available on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn link is also given. Manjunath, sir, you can give the presentation team if somebody requires. I shared that presentation. You can share with the.
Definitely, I will do that. Jay.
और हर हफ्ते लेकर आए मुझे एक नई मजेदार दिलचस्प पर Imagine more, learn more. अब तक क्या की बात के साथ
Thanks to each one of you. It was
And
really
also I
wonderful
will share
experience connecting
YouTube live
with
link also.
the people.
They can find
Thank
your
you so
video
much.
in that.
Grateful to you, Manjunath, sir. You are connecting with me continually, and
Definitely I will be in touch with you, Jay.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I will disconnect then, Manjunath.